So we now face the first postseason game in the Sky's history. How do you stress the importance of that and tell them it's just another game at the same time?
That's what I've done all year. Even when it was the game to get into the playoffs, even when it was a game to clinch, even when it was the game for overall, I always tell them the next game is the most important game of your life because it's the next one.
Right.
And we really mean that because you don't want to waste those opportunities. I understand there's extra excitement and energy as witnessed by practices, and which is a good thing. You got to tone it down a little bit, but we don't talk about it because we have you guys, and I mean it in a good way.
Right.
I mean to understand the importance of the situation this time of year. So it's been a good situation to have to deal with.
And I'm sure you tell them every game you want 40 minutes from them, but I would assume the postseason you really need 40 minutes rather than 30 or 35.
Right. That's every coach saying that 40 minutes or close to 40 minutes at the highest level of obviously effort. None of us want to coach that, but execution, which is intelligence. And our quote today was mental is to physical as 4 is to 1, just the mental toughness of retaining things and remembering what works and going at it. This will be the 5th time we played them, so there's a lot of familiarity. It's going to be about who makes the adjustments in in-game reads. So we're looking forward to it.
What does the return of Katie Douglas to the Indiana lineup mean?
Headache for me. I mean that in a very complimentary way because she's an all-star player. She's meant a lot to them. She didn't get to play in the championship last year, so she's hungry, which made her work really, really hard. But the injury, that's tough for a high-level athlete when it's your back and you have to do nothing for so long. A lot of them kind of lose their focus, but she's not that type player. She probably circled the date on the calendar where she wanted to come back, and she's an all-star. She's experienced, so it means a lot for them as a team, and it's just one more thing that we'll have to put into place.
Over the years, Indiana's given you guys trouble. Have you been able to pinpoint anything precisely other than they have good players and good coach?
Oh, they have a good team. I don't. If it was one thing, that would be doing them a disservice. I think it's a combination of things and weathering the storm. But I also know that there's some positive things that we've done. I also can recognize the youth we played against, their experience, but we've also grown. As a team, we've grown as key players, have a clear understanding of what they have to do on every possession. Sometimes you can get away with it with certain teams, but Indiana's a team that will exploit you if you don't stay connected to schemes and offensive action. So I think it's several things, and I think we're a different team now, and we'll be ready for it on Friday.
In the NBA, a lot of times you see the style of play change in the postseason, where teams will just treasure every possession and not play a more up-tempo game. Should we look for the Sky to look pretty much the way the Sky did during the regular season?
I mean, we want to look better because, you have those 34 games, you know how you want to play as a coach, and you have those 34 games of video and clips and growth of how you played, and you have a clear understanding of why you're here. And so you want, like everything else, take it to another level. Another level doesn't mean you're obviously going to, you play hard, you're obviously going to, but you want to stick to what you did, but make sure you limit I call it the hollow minutes, hollow possessions. But this time of year is about adjustments. It's the 5th time. The tendencies of players know each other, so it's about counters, and that's, that would be at any level, any sport.
Now, Tamika Catchings, for some reason, seems to have trouble shooting at Allstate Arena.
Gosh.
So this means she's going to light it up in game 1, right?
You said it, Elliott. You said it.
Because there's been games where you've held her down fairly well.
1 for 13 last time we played. They won, yeah.
But other players step up and she does other things other than just shoot the ball.
I mean, listen, she was 1 for 13, but she was 9 for 9 from the free throw line.
Right.
I don't remember the rebounds, but if I were a betting woman, surely it was 7, 8, or 9, because that's who she is. And that's what separates her. That's why she's a Hall of Fame player, one of the all-time greats. You can limit one thing, but you're not going to stop everything. And that's a credit to her. And you know, we do a good job, Swins. You know, we work hard on it. You got to make sure that when she's not relevant, you can't allow her other areas of the game to become relevant or make someone else relevant.
This will be the first postseason for Elena Delle Donne, who's won Rookie of the Month every month of the season. I'm not a betting person, but if I were, I'd say she's probably going to be the Rookie of the Year. If not, they'll investigate it.
Gotcha.
You know, she's played tournament games before and things like that. Do you expect her to maintain her equilibrium the way she has all season?
Yeah, in terms of her poise, yes. In terms of her, I talk to E all the time about being dynamic. I joke with her and say that E is for epic. You know, she has the ability to change the game, to take over games. It doesn't always mean taking a shot. It means making a hard cut and making two people run to you. And those are the things that she hasn't had to do in her, you know, before. But those are things that she's doing now that's making us a good ball club. So to answer your question, I expect her to be, you know, that heavyweight boxer, wait for 15 rounds. You know how they just get locked in. I sense it. I see it. That's just who she is.
Last game, you know, there were little things like Sylvia setting hard screens, players taking smart fouls as opposed to dumb fouls. You fairly happy with where the team is?
Yeah. Just in terms of really making a concerted effort to carry out what we ask. I mean, so you know the trust is there. They've experienced success. I like the fact that you have to coach them less because they're understanding things. They're working things out. And as a coach and a staff, that's what you want because we get them on dead ball, we get them on timeout, but when you see them communicate, working things out at the free throw or after dead ball, that's when you know if you reach another level and some really good things can happen for you.
How happy will you be when the game actually is here and all this preparation is out of the way?
You know, I mean, I know for the fans and probably for the players, I mean, coaches, we're strange beasts. We actually love it. You know, the best thing about it is that it's a Friday game and the players get to, you know, get ready for it, get an extra day of rest mentally, not physically, because we've done a decent job with that. But you're right. I'm sure tomorrow will go really, really, really slow. I remember Christy saying, "Oh, I'm so glad it's a 6 o'clock game. One less hour." So,
right.
Yeah, we get a little wound up, but we got to keep it in perspective. The players probably enjoy an extra day.
Alrighty, thank you.